ghosts and ghouls. The community enjoys all the Halloween festivities at the spooktacular walk-through experience, Eerie Irving.
When we serve the city of Irving, we get to interact with our community and the great families that call this place home.
Romantic musical. MainStage Irving Las Colinas presents the witty and moving musical, A Little Night Music.
It's about love and how relationships survive all of the obstacles that are thrown at them.
Library Glow Up. We check out the Irving Public Library renovations and enhancements to all 3 facilities.
Our 2024 Glow Up is all about enhancing the actual parts of the library that people experience every day.
And in Feature Flix, I review Jesse Eisenberg's new dramatic comedy, A Real Pain.
Our grandma is from here, so Dave arranged for us to join this geriatric Polish tour with you fine people.
Hello everyone, welcome to Irving Spotlight. I'm Susan Stevens. We begin tonight with one of the city's favorite Halloween events. Eerie Irving invites the community to walk through family-friendly shocks and thrills. Robert Sheik was there for all the haunting entertainment.
A land of great pumpkins, inhabited by dinosaurs, spiders, more dinosaurs, and these two.
Everybody's here for a good time, lots of costumes.
No joking, the best way to get candy at Eerie Irving is to dress for success.
Anna, Rapunzel.
Can you tell us who you are? I'll be honest, I'm not thrilled with this situation. Let's try again.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Uh-huh.
Not Tuesday?
No. On Wednesday.
It's not surprising to learn this is Wednesday's favorite holiday on the calendar.
I love Halloween.
But both of us were surprised to find another Wednesday. And the other Wednesday was a little confused as well. What is your favorite holiday?
I didn't bring a costume, but at this photo booth, I am Knopf.
We are doing the Barbie movie theme, and this was at the request of several of the ladies in our office. We get to interact with our community and the great families that call this place home. That is the best part of our job.
Eerie Irving isn't all beachy though. It's called Eerie for a good reason. Are you having fun?
No.
A house so haunted, even a simple question from a reporter can send chills down your spine.
All right, why are you so scared?
Like to 1,000 scared. I was trying to run out here. Ooh.
If frightful fun is not your thing, there are carnival rides and games. And for some reason, this guy showed up 2 months too early.
Are you lost?
Not really. Just looking for more candy and elves.
We didn't see any elves, but there were plenty of treats in a great pumpkin patch at Eerie Irving. Robert Sheik for Irving Spotlight.
While Eerie Irving has the scares, the newest MainStage production has the tears and the laughs. A Little Night Music explores the tangled web of affairs centered around an actress and the men who love her.
Children with posies, la la la. Empty houses, la la la. I hold a glamorous life.
A Little Night Music is interesting. It's about love and how relationships survive all of the obstacles that are thrown at them during the turn of the century.
Do those old school teachers take a scrubbing brush to you every morning and scrub you down like a dray horse?
Oh, get away from me.
Oh, what a wicked woman I am. I'll go straight to hell.
Desiree, very different from me in real life. She's quite the tart. She is a performer, and that's where she's placed all of her emphasis for most of her life. But now she has a daughter, and she's let the love of her life slip away.
Some things, schnapps for example, improve with age.
Ah, let us hope that holds true for your little bride. So you took her home and put her in her cot with her rattle and her woolly penguin.
Figuratively speaking.
And then you came to me.
I wish you'd ask me why.
Why did you come to me?
Well, for curiosity's sake, for old time's sake, to
boast about my wife, to complain about her, perhaps.
No one in the show is a bad person. It's just difficult decisions that you make, and people get hurt when they're in relationships. And it very much is trying to portray that in a way that is not, you know, super powder puff and things like that, like giving a real interpretation of what relationships are like as an adult. So it's just cool and interesting, as most Sondheim shows are. And the music, I just love the music too.
It's Stephen Sondheim, whom sadly we lost last year. As a matter of fact, it's one of the first musicals I ever heard outside of Rodgers and Hammerstein. And I absolutely fell in love with his music. The major theme is learning to appreciate and not take advantage of those we love.
Could we go for a walk?
Now?
I've so much to tell you. What I've been thinking and everything.
A cursory glance when you see the show is like, oh, it's a cute little love story about all these different little couples and who's going to end up with who or whatever. But the more you dig into it, the more you perform it, you see it, you study it. It's really about decisions and the impact that you have when you make decisions.
Oh, you see, unfortunately, sir, on my way to the water closet through Miss Armfeld's darkened bedroom, I inadvertently tripped over the hip bath and fell in. Miss Armfeld was gracious enough to loan me this while waiting for my clothes to dry in the bedroom.
If you're a Sondheim fan and you're not familiar with A Little Night Music, then you definitely should come in and take a look at this one.
Frederick!
You must meet my wife!
Let me get my hat and my knife.
What was that?
I must meet your wife. Yes, I must.
Keeping up with drama, Jesse Eisenberg's sophomore directorial effort, A Real Pain, follows opposite cousins David and Benji, who reunite for a tour through Poland to honor their beloved grandmother. But their adventure takes a turn when tensions between the two resurface. The movie premiered at the Sundance Film Festival with high praise as it dives into the two characters' emotions and backstory. Eisenberg plays the high-strung, anxious family man David, and Emmy winner Kieran Culkin plays the charming, carefree, erratic Benji, who will say whatever's on his mind, even if it's inappropriate. These characters grew up like brothers, but eventually life drove them apart, affecting one of them more painfully than the other. Culkin and Eisenberg are the perfect odd couple that you would think are related in real life. This is due to Eisenberg's deeply personal screenplay.
I'm good. Can you take my picture?
That's what I'm talking about. Marcia!
Thank you, David.
But it's amazing that you're here, putting yourself out there so boldly for me.
Thank you, man.
Though the two are on a journey to see the home their grandmother grew up in, along the way they take an impactful tour with a group of strangers to explore their Jewish roots, igniting a roller coaster of emotions as they visit stunning landscapes of their ancestors and the Holocaust camps near their grandmother's old town. And surprisingly, this is the first time a narrative feature has been allowed to shoot on location at an actual concentration camp, making those scenes even more touching and powerful. But what's going to move audiences are the performances. Eisenberg doesn't veer from the type of characters we're used to seeing in play, but he is at his best in a role that feels his most authentic, while Culkin leaves you in tears from his heartfelt portrayal of Benji's constant highs and lows throughout the film as he grieves his grandma and deals with his own internal struggles. The pain both characters are going through impressively speaks louder from their actions and sometimes silence, more so than any words they express to each other. A Real Pain is a sincere and thought-provoking emotional journey that is elevated by the film's beautiful and unforgettable performances. It's a rare gem that will stay with you all year. A Real Pain is now playing. Check AMC Irving Mall and Alamo Drafthouse Cinema Las Colinas for showtimes. If you have visited any Irving Public Library recently, you might have noticed some new updates. All three libraries received enhancements during these last few months. We visited West Irving Library to learn more about the renovation project.
Our 2024 Glow Up is all about enhancing the actual parts of the library that people experience every day. This comes about as part of the municipal bond election that we had about 3 years ago, and the bond was for upgrading and expanding library services. This particular location, we repainted all the walls. Next thing is, of course, the floors. So this building was built in 2012, so we haven't had any new flooring since then. It's been 11 years. So we wanted to make sure we gave it a fresh new look. In those areas where conversations happen, specifically the study rooms, we put sound panels that absorb sound. So people can meet in there, they can do a Zoom call, they can meet and work with other students on a project. They can do that and not worry about their sound carrying to the other rooms. One of the things that we noticed was, first of all, the parking spaces and how they're laid out. So at all 3 locations, we went back and repainted the lines to make sure that there were enough space. At this particular location, though, we do have some ground heaving going on. We actually had a crew come out, tear out all the concrete and re-pour the concrete pads so it meets ADA requirements. The other thing that we're doing is most of our service points are made out of a laminate cover. Those get beat up, those get torn and everything, so we're actually putting new laminates on to kind of freshen things up. So whenever you look at the service desks, you're going to see some new colors, and it's going to just add to the experience. At Valley Ranch, we also did some window treatments. The other big thing that we did back in August is we did an HVAC replacement. So we had the library closed for about a week, and in that time we had all the air conditioning units on the roof actually be moved off and new units put on and installed. South Irving Library, it's the newest library, so they didn't get nearly the same amount of attention. It's only 9 years old, but we did do a lot of changes with some of the flooring. We changed out some of the vinyl tile there. We had some glass partitions that we took out, and other ones we sealed up to help reduce the noise. It's so very important to continue loving the things that we already have in place and making sure that they're going to be there for future generations.
Whether you want to participate in a holiday program at the library or see a show at the Art Center, there are plenty of fun fall activities you can do around the city. Levi Gomez, our man about town, shares his suggestions.
The Irving Black Arts Council presents the theatrical event, He Saw the Best in Me. It's a story of a young woman and her best friend as they navigate life and its hardships while looking for love in all the wrong places. See the show here at Carpenter Hall November 2nd with 2 performances starting at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. November is National Native American Heritage Month, celebrating the cultures, histories, and contributions of Native people. In 1843, General Sam Houston traveled Irving's Birds Ford Trail and negotiated a treaty with 10 Native American nations. Now, Birds Ford Trail Park features hiking trails, picnic areas, bird watching, and river views. Enjoy the outdoors in Irving and celebrate Native American Heritage Month this November. 'Tis the season of giving. Bring a canned food item and receive free admission to the movie feature Inside Out 2. This canned food drive takes place at Heritage Aquatic Center November 8th at 5 p.m. Presented by MainStage Irving Las Colinas, A Little Night Music explores the romantic lives of several couples. Don't miss this witty and moving musical. A Little Night Music runs till November 16th here at Dupree Theater. Tickets on sale now. Learn one of the original Okinawan karate styles, which include exercises for the body, mind, and spirit while teaching self-defense and life skills. Join Goju Karate lessons at Georgia Farrell Rec Center Tuesdays and Thursdays during November and December at 6:15 p.m. Looking to impress your dinner guests this holiday season? Learn how to create a festive charcuterie board of seasonal treats with West Edible Education. Polish up your culinary tricks and kitchen skills at West Irving Library, November 16th at 2 p.m.
And that wraps up this episode of Irving Spotlight. Join us next time as we check out unique cosplayers and creative vendors at the Dallas Fan Festival. And we attend this year's exciting and colorful Diwali celebration. As always, tell us stories you'd like to see on the show. You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on X and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a great evening. For Irving Spotlight, I'm Susan Stevens.